night.
Guilty.
Joshua Hauser, convicted of beating Kilah Davenport.
But this story isn't over.
The Davenport family's next fight takes them to Washington.
The fight over school redistricting in Union County.
For the first time, parents get a chance to tell school leaders what they think.
Graphic scenes of violence and sex.
Too risque for teens to read?
Tonight, one local district decides whether to ban a controversial book.
Cold tonight, chilly tomorrow, and another slight chance of wintry weather this weekend.
High-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV News at 11 starts right now.
Tonight, Joshua Hauser faces more than 10 years in prison for beating Kilah Davenport. But the little girl's family tells us their fight is not over. Good evening and welcome. I'm Molly Grantham.
And I'm Jamie Bull in for Paul Cameron. Right after the jury handed down the sentence, Kilah's mom, Kirby, sat down for a rare one-on-one interview with our David Spunt. All new at 11 o'clock. He's here with the family's reaction and what they say is next for them. David?
Jamie, now that is about to begin. I've been following this story for almost 2 years. I can tell you for the very first time the Davenport family seems relaxed but ready to take their fight up one notch.
I have no ill feelings towards Josh. I forgive him for what he's done, even though he still won't say he's sorry or that he did it.
It's the first time we've heard Kirby Davenport say she forgives her ex-husband. She says she's finally free from Joshua Hauser almost 2 years after he threw her daughter Kilah against a wall in a heated rage.
Kilah was injured brutally, and that evidence came out, and we saw the hole in the wall. There was no way it was a fist. There was no way it was anything but her head.
The jury agreed, sending Hauser to prison for 8 to 10 years, depending on his behavior behind bars.
He showed no emotion. He never teared up. He played his games, and he still was manipulative. And it's not going to affect him.
Meanwhile, Kirby says her little girl will start a new life.
She's going to walk. She's going to go to prom. She's going to get married. She's going to have kids. She's going to be Kilah again. She's going to be out dancing, and that's my main focus.
Another focus, putting Kilah's name on a national law. A bill bearing her name is making its way through the halls of Congress. The U.S. House passed it unanimously last year. It's currently sitting in a Senate committee where it's been since December. Congressman Robert Pittenger wrote the legislation and is upset with the Senate delay.
This is intolerable, but unfortunately, they just aren't doing much. So we do believe, though, that there's consensus on this.
We're going to push for this to hurry up and get through so that the president can sign it so these kids do get the true justice, because there's some states where you get a year.
Kilah's law is already in effect in North Carolina. Right now, it increases the penalty for convicted child abusers between 25 years to a life sentence. I spoke to a juror after the verdict today. She told me that the decision was tough, but she says that she and her fellow jurors made the right decision to put Hauser behind bars for live in the newsroom. David Spunt, WBTV on your side.
David, thank you. Also today, closing arguments in the Justin Hurd trial. He's the man accused